When I sand paint, there's no net. I go, sit down on the pavement, take the sand in a coffee cup, and draw. Move around the grains of sand with a paintbrush. Fill up an aluminum rod with sand, tip it onto the raw cement to draw a line. It takes hours and patience. It is very peaceful, even when there are 20 people watching. In 1969, Andy Warhol, thwarted with distributing his X-rated films Lonesome Cowboy and Flesh, decided to distribute them at male porn theaters, the 55th Street Playhouse, and they grossed the highest screen average gross ever for that theater. I think it was something like $3,400 for the night. And he launched a connection between fine art and a kind of low art, but also a film art. The genesis of the idea was about how art marketing today is not about the work, but about the artist being elevated to the level of a super stud, an art star, and not having to rely on anything actually material in terms of work, but showmanship and scale and advertising. Sand is about time. It's essential that it not be glued down, that it be temporary. When the sand paintings are destroyed, I feel released. I feel freed up from them. There's such an obligation as you finish. Sand painting, as the Hogis used it, was a divine message communicated to a singer. You could call him a shaman, he was called a singer, who directed other Indians to paint the sand painting. And at the end of the day, when the message was delivered and interpreted, the sand painting would just wash away, or be stepped on and go away. The idea of this divine message being made permanent and kept was antithetical to that culture and to the Tibetan culture and to many cultures. New York is a vast, multi-layered society. And the society you see is only a fraction. Beneath every building, within every person walking around, there are other societies that have disappeared, that they carry within them. My work is about those societies, those lost communities, and how they've invested our contemporary community. New York's a ghost town. All you have to do is drill a little hole, and whoosh, the ghosts come shooting out. People come running out from the street. In front of Sotheby's, the doorman went, "Oh, it's really beautiful. Hey, I remember taking Andy Warhol and his Asian boyfriend over to so-and-so." And other people would come out, young girls with Sotheby tags, and go, "Oh, that's so beautiful. That reminds me of the da-da-da-da." I run into conflict when people don't know history. An owner of a tour company came out and began yelling at me and called the police. And some woman said, "You know what? I don't think he knows who Andy Warhol is." It turned out he didn't know who Andy Warhol was. And neither did he know that his business was located in an ex-porn theater. And he didn't want to know. He didn't want to be reminded. But there were plenty of people that day, dozens, who were standing there yelling, "You should make it permanent. It's so beautiful."